Hey guys, welcome to The World According to Patrick, where I rank my favorite albums. We'll go to my least favorite to my favorite, do other things on this channel too. But I want to do a band that, I'm a big fan of grunge. I love grunge, don't I? Actually, no I don't, but I do love this band. I really don't even consider this band grunge, but really a big fan of this band. And you like them too, so I asked you to do it with me.
I like grunge a lot. So
yeah. Now, who are you?
I'm Rachel.
Okay.
I'm the girlfriend.
Your girlfriend? Yeah. And you wanted to do this with me because you do like this band a lot too, right?
I do.
We're going to rank the albums of Alice in Chains. You excited?
I'm very excited.
Yeah. Again, if you like grunge, that's great. I'm not trying to, go on and on about grunge, but, I don't even consider this band a grunge band, but I do like out of Seattle, that whole thing. I was never a fan of any of that, kind of like hair metal, but I'd like them in Soundgarden, and I love this band, Alice in Chains. I mean, they was lucky enough to see them with Lane Staley once on the Clash of the Titans tour when they opened up for Anthrax, Megadeth, and Slayer. And at the time, I wasn't a big fan, and just thought they were an interesting band. The more I listened to them, the more I've gotten into them. I mean, you have two incarnations of the band. I mean, you have the Lane Staley era, of course, he passed, and William Duvall, who's from Atlanta, actually, Georgia native, and what I like about him, he doesn't try to be Lane Staley.
Right.
Yeah,
he
he's
doesn't try
himself.
to be Lane. Now, I unfortunately never saw Alice in Chains with Lane, but I did see him with William, and it was very good. So
You did, yeah. I saw him with him too. Yeah.
I don't know, 3 or 4, probably 4 years ago.
Really?
I think.
Okay.
It's been a while. So.
Yeah. That's what I like about him. He's just being himself. He's not trying to be a clone. A lot of these bands, when they get a new singer in a band who has such a historic figure or whatever, they try to emulate, just try to be that singer, and he's just not at all. He's just being himself,
and
which is kind of cool.
I like that, yeah, because he sounds good, and he's not trying to be Lane, and it's his own. It's original.
Well, they're a great original band anyway. They're just, there's nobody that sounds like Alice in Chains. They're very much Beatles, kind of mixed with hard rock, and I don't know. I've always been a huge fan. But anyway, we're going to go from our least favorite to our favorite. So I'll let you start. What is your least favorite? Because I like all these albums personally, but
I do too. I mean, I think the earlier stuff was really hard for me to decide. My least favorite would be The Devil Puts Dinosaurs Here.
Okay.
I really didn't care for too many of those songs on
You
the
didn't care
album.
for
I just didn't.
Yeah.
It was just my least favorite when they put it out. I was like, okay, but
yeah. There's well, guess what? We don't know each other's.
No, we don't.
Order, by the way. This is my least favorite too. My number 8, but I don't hate the album. I listened to it the other day at work. I like Voices a lot. I love that song.
Do you like Voices? Yes.
Scalpel's a good song. Phantom Limb's a good song. Hollow Stone's another song. But I mean, I don't dislike any of these albums. But yeah, if I had to choose, this would be my number 8.
Yes.
For sure. The cat's coming down to say hey. So what is your number 7, Rachel?
Black Gives Way to Blue.
Black Gives Way to Blue. Okay. Let me see if I can find it. Yep, here we go.
No, I like that album.
First album to feature
right, and I like that album.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good songs. Like I said, it's just, I believe like all of their albums are really good, so it was very hard to put in order from my favorite to my least favorite, because I think there are really good solid albums.
Yeah, that's a good album. My number 7 is actually going to be their last album they put out, which I don't dislike either, and that is Rainier Fog. Good album. Really good, solid album. I mean, I like the One You Know. Rainier Fog's a great song. I'm trying to think. So Far Under Never Fade is a great song, and All I Am is the last song on the album. Is probably my favorite song on the album, but that's my number 7. So we're now to number 6. What is your number 6?
My number 6 is Rainier Fog.
Okay, I'll put it back up again. Last album they put out. Good, solid album.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to say about it? Or? Okay, you do like it though?
I do like it.
Okay, all right. And my number 6, I had to look down when I wrote down, is we're including the 2 EPs, by the way, too, because they really don't have. They have 6 full-length albums and 2 EPs, so we'll just go ahead and include the EPs. And my number 6 is going to be, if I can find it, Sap. I mean, it's a really good, solid album. I mean, I love Brother. Got Me Wrong's great. Right Turn, Am I Inside, and also features Ann and Nancy Wilson of Heart. They sing a lot of backup on this, and Chris Cornell sings on a lot of these songs.
Yeah, I like that.
He sings on Right Turn, Am I Inside. I mean, just a good album, you know. Which, yeah, good album. So we're down to number 5, right? Correct?
So, yes, we are.
Okay.
So my number 5 is Jar of Flies.
Jar of Flies, okay. See with the glare, got the flies in there. Actually, flies, and you see that?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, but you like it?
I do. I like that album. Can't see it very well in here, but you know, nutshell: stay away, no excuses, don't follow. Just, you know, a lot of good songs.
Okay,
One of my favorite songs on there.
that's cool. So that is your number 5, right?
Yes, that's my number 5.
Okay, my number 5 is self-titled. They call it the Tripod too, the 3-legged dog. Great album, very dark album because, you know, Lane Staley was already doing not very well at all. Last full length to feature Lane Staley. Actually, last album to feature Lane Staley is other than some singles, but you know, Grind's a great song. I mean, it's hard at Sledge Factory. I like a lot.
I like those a lot.
Frogs, again.
Again.
It's a great song. Yeah. That's a great song. But that is my number 5. Good album, but a very dark album. Yeah. So we're to number 4?
Yes.
Okay, number 4.
My number 4 is Sap.
Sap, okay. That's the EP we just decided to include. I just had it up, but I'll have it up again. Yeah, good album. Came out right after Facelift. Yeah. And my number 4 is, I want to make sure I have this right. Oh, Black Gives Way to Blue. Love this album. Love this album. Great comeback. I mean, they went on hiatus after the, you know, of course, the passing of Lane Staley, and they broke up for quite a while, and they got back together with William Duvall. And I mean, it's about as good. I mean, what are you going to ask for? I mean, it's a good album. Check My Brain, great song. Your Decision, Take Her Out is one of my favorite songs. I love that song. And Black Gives Way to Blue. Elton John happens to play piano on that. That's a really cool song.
That I didn't know.
Yeah, he asked
That
him,
is
you know,
cool.
and he said, sure, I'll. Cat's knocking stuff over here. He knows we're doing this, but anyway, yeah. Black Gives Way to Blue is my number 4.
So I want to say, like, when they went on hiatus, I want to say I remember seeing an interview, or not an interview, but some footage with Jerry Cantrell, and they had talked to, like, Lane's mom, you know, about going on tour again would be okay with her, something like that.
And she gave him
And she said, of course, you know, like it was what he would want to do. So I'm really glad that they started making more music.
Yeah, and they've done a good job. I mean, considering, I mean, you know.
I think so. I mean, I enjoyed the concert when I went, and you know, and that was with William. So you know, he's really good. So I guess we're on number 3.
Number 3. What's your number 3?
Dirt.
Dirt is number 3.
Dirt is one of my favorite albums. You know, a lot of good songs on there.
Great album.
Them Bones. I mean, just the cover alone. I've always loved the cover of that. But I've also watched, you know, behind the scenes when they made the video and stuff. Just really raw, you know, songs. Damn That River. You know, Down in a Hole. Can't read it all. Setting my glasses on.
Woods on there.
That's right. Yeah.
Angry Chair is one of my favorite albums.
Them Bones. So I just, that whole sound, just that raw, you know, in your face kind of sound.
Yeah.
I love that. Look at my list.
I was looking at your list. I was cheating, huh? I'm going to change mine. So we're on number 3, right?
Yes, that was my 3. So now you're 3.
My number 3, yeah, I was right. 3 is their debut as Facelift. That happens to be Mike Starr on the cover there. great album, great debut. Again, I saw them on Clash of the Titans when they, I didn't know what to think about them at the time. And, I was never into the grunge thing, but I never considered this band a grunge band, even though they came, the grunge sound. They came out of Seattle, but man, I remember I was thinking, I don't know what to think about these guys, and I kept listening to the album, and I think when I was getting worked on by Dino, he's tattooing me a lot, and he loved this band. I was like, these guys are actually pretty damn good.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I mean, We Die Young. I never want to hear Man in the Box again another day in my life. I'm so tired of that. Sea of Sorrow, Bleed the Freak. I can't remember. Love, Hate, Love. It Ain't Like That. Sunshine's a killer song. Put You Down. I mean, from start to finish, great debut album. That is my number 3, is Facelift.
Okay, so my number 2 is
You gonna pick it up? There you go.
Facelift.
There you go. Cool.
Just, a lot of good songs on there. Like you were saying, it's like when you first heard them, I don't know, I just, they were different. They were just different, and his voice, and it was just like, wow, I mean, I just, I love them. Them and a few other bands were probably my favorite around that time.
Yeah.
So, what's your number 2?
Well, I kept going back and forth with both of these because I knew my top 2, but I changed my mind at the last minute, so I'm going to have this as my number 2 now. And if I can find it again, because they're all mixed up here. Oh, Jar of Flies. I think it's probably the best EP ever made. I just, great album. I mean, from start to finish, Rotten Apple, Nutshell, I Stay Away, No Excuses, Will and Wasp, Don't Fall. I even don't mind Swing on This. It's an EP, but great. I love this album. Listened to it the other day. I was like, this is great. First album to feature Mike Inez, replacing, of course, Mike Starr, who was kicked out of the band after Dirt, which I didn't say anything about that earlier, but yeah, that is my number 2. And your number 1?
So my number 1 is Alice in Chains.
Really? Okay.
It is. I know it's a very dark album.
Very dark, but that's cool.
A lot of songs on there I like, and at the time I think I could relate to, and that was one of my favorites.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you got. I mean, it's hard to
see. Can't see with the cover.
Grind and
Grind. I like Sludge Factory.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that is my favorite.
That's cool. My number 1 is Dirt. Last album to feature Mike Starr. I mean, this is kind of a dark album too.
It is.
Yeah. A lot of songs about drug use. I mean, kind of what you don't want to. If you never want to do drugs, look at somebody like Lane Staley and what he did to his life. But I mean, just great album from start to finish. Them Bones, Damn That River, Down in a Hole, Sick Man, Rooster, Junkhead, Dirt. I mean, Wood, Angry Chair. I mean, just a fantastic album. It's my number
between
1.
Dirt and Facelift and Alice in Chains, it's hard for me to put 1, 2, and 3. I mean,
yeah, they're all good, and I don't dislike anything in this catalog. I mean, it's really, it was hard to do this, harder than I thought, right?
Yes, it was.
Well, thanks for doing it with me. But
thanks for having me.
Real quick, we almost included this, and you wanted to include this. This is probably my favorite acoustic album ever made, Unplugged. This is when MTV wasn't a pile of shit. And they used to play this all the time on MTV. I mean, it's just perfect. I mean, one of the last live performances ever Lane Staley ever did.
Yes.
And yeah, from start to finish is great. I mean, just a fantastic live acoustic album. And I meant to bring down, I like a lot of Jerry Cantrell's solo stuff. Boggy Depot, Degradation Trip. I have those on CD and I bring them down. And I love what Lane Staley did when he was in rehab. Mad Season.
Yeah, I liked Mad Season. When he left, I had that album.
It's a great album.
It was very good.
Yeah, really good. Well, I'm glad we finally did this together. If you guys like what you see, please hit like and hit subscribe. And I'll be doing more of these. We'll do another one together. I figured we could do another Jimi Hendrix together because you like Jimi Hendrix a lot.
That would be good. He's
right?
my favorite.
Yeah.
Favorite artist, guitar player, I would say.
Yeah, we'll definitely do Hendrix because I love Hendrix too. And got some other stuff going on that I'm planning on doing. So Please hit like and subscribe if you like it. And I will talk to you guys soon. See ya. Yeah.
Bye.